For years, we've been told to pursue freedom. Since we were children, people have always told us to be free. But how do we know when we are free? And what is freedom? Freedom to me isn't simply doing whatever you want, whenever you want to do it. It's being able to carry out what you want to do without other people telling you otherwise. It's knowing that you have limitations, but your dreams and your goals can't and should never be dictated by another person. Freedom is like being able to choose your own future and pursue your own passions because you have a calling to do so, and not because someone else is in your way.
Freedom for me is now. The finals are over and the vacation has begun. There is nothing heavy to think about as we prepare ourselves for the arrival of Jesus Christ, in which, according to Luke 4:18, Jesus had come to earth to proclaim freedom. And this freedom is the freedom in Christ.
For me, freedom is being able to do what you want and enjoy your life while remaining aligned with the will of God. It means having the ability to make decisions that would lead you to the right path, because as God told His people, we have the freedom to choose between good or evil, and how we use that freedom is entirely up to us.
Freedom is anchored on human stability. We have a free will to decide our actions, but we also must know that doing good can only be done when we fully understand and commit to the privilege of the freedom God has given us. That freedom is given to us so that we can see each other in equal respect and express that freedom that we have in our own ways.
Freedom is not being able to do what you want without restraint. Rather, it is cultivating the right wants and living in obedience to God's will. We are incapable of living the Christian life in just our own power. We need the guidance of God in order to achieve this. Our strength comes in acknowledging our weakness and failure and depending on God. Freedom is not being saved by worldly objects and standing firm to your beliefs. As Galatians chapter 5 verse 1 says, "It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm, then, and do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery."
And so to summarize, we can take James chapter 1 verses 13 to 14 as an example of what we think freedom is about, which is that freedom cannot be forced. When tempted, no one should say, "God is tempting me," for God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does He tempt anyone. But each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed.
Life can be tough, we fall, we cry. We fight enough, yet there's still why. To fly as free as a bird, to rise as bright as the sun. Freedom is what we earned just to perceive the real fun.
God sacrificed His own Son so we could be free from eternal death. Thankful for what He have done until I reach my very last breath. When we receive God's salvation, we are free from condemnation. In God's hand we are in peace, something that will not cease.
By saving us from 1,000 sins, we can now live our life for Him. Sent to be our counselor and guide to all believers and to dwell inside. Allows believers to carry on with a heart filled with song. A song of praise we life to Him, the one who died for all our sin.
Go and do the will of God, to freely do the goodness within us that is hidden behind the temptation of gold and burning envy that surrounds us. With will to uphold what He has given us, let us commit ourselves to the freedom that we have been blessed in order to be His disciples, as we are truly free when we will to be with Him.
The light of our lives, the grace of salvation. This power allows us to sit beside our Father, free to do good, free to be the representation, free to go and love thy neighbor. For to truly be free is to follow the call of our God. And to follow him, we have to do good, out of the goodness of our heart and not a mere facade, and not because we're forced, but because we should.